Good morning and welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. Today we're going to dive into the latest developments in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, as well as some significant announcements from Russian President Vladimir Putin. First, let's take a look at the current situation. Putin has been making headlines with his statements about the West's war hysteria and accusations that European leaders are deliberately whipping up fears of a war with Russia. In a recent meeting with his top military brass, Putin reiterated that Russia is not seeking war with Europe, but is ready for war if that's what Europe chooses. Additionally, Putin announced that Russia's new intermediate-range ballistic missile, codenamed Oreshnik, will be deployed by the end of this year. The missile has been touted as having destructive power comparable to a nuclear weapon and has sparked concerns among experts and Western governments. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned that the missile's range poses a threat not just to Ukraine, but to Europe as a whole. It's essential to consider multiple perspectives on this issue, and we'll be exploring different viewpoints throughout the show. We'll also examine the potential implications of these developments for global security and international relations. As we continue to follow this story, it's crucial to remain informed and up to date on the latest news. We'll be bringing you in-depth analysis and expert insights to help you understand the complexities of this situation. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're diving into a complex and intriguing topic that's been making headlines recently: the ongoing battle against drug cartels in Mexico and beyond. The Trump administration has been taking steps to crack down on these organizations, and we're seeing some significant developments. Just yesterday, the Treasury Department imposed sanctions on a violent Mexican fuel theft cartel known as the Cartel de Santa Rosa de Lima, or CSRL, and its imprisoned leader, José Antonio Yepes Ortiz, also known as El Mero, or the Sledgehammer. This move is part of a broader effort to disrupt the cartel's financial networks and cut them off from the U.S. financial system. But that's not all. We're also seeing action being taken against other cartels, including the Guanajuato-based group, CSRL, which has been involved in a bloody turf war with the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, over control of fuel theft in a region known as the Bermuda Triangle. The Treasury says this conflict has made Guanajuato one of Mexico's deadliest states. It's worth noting that these cartels are not just involved in fuel theft, but also in trafficking narcotics, including heroin, into the United States. The scope of the black market is staggering, with banks reporting over $807 million in suspicious oil smuggling transactions. As we explore this complex issue, it's essential to consider the various perspectives and potential consequences of these actions. While some argue that designating cartels as foreign terrorist organizations could lead to more effective law enforcement and disrupt their operations, others raise concerns about the potential for unintended consequences, such as increased violence or human rights abuses. We'll continue to follow this story and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, it's crucial to approach this topic with nuance and understanding, recognizing the complexities of the issue and the need for a multifaceted solution. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, let's take a look at some of the latest news from around the world. We have a range of stories for you, from Japan to Pakistan and everything in between. In Japan, the head of the Japanese Trade Union Confederation, Tomoko Yoshino, has expressed opposition to the government's plan on surnames, which would give legal validity to the use of former surnames after marriage. Yoshino believes this plan is not a full-fledged solution, and that the surname issue is a matter of human rights. Meanwhile, Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has stated that her administration is always open to dialogue with China, despite current tensions between the two nations. This comes as Pakistan's military chief, Field Marshal Azam Munir, is expected to meet with U.S. President Donald Trump to discuss Washington's plan for a Gaza stabilization force. In other news, high coffee prices are changing the way consumers buy and drink coffee, with many opting for cheaper alternatives or reducing their coffee consumption altogether. Australia's gun laws have also come under scrutiny, with experts highlighting loopholes and workarounds that need to be addressed. Finally, XG member Kokona's recent announcement about being non-binary has sparked a conversation about gender identity and inclusivity in the entertainment industry. And in Pakistan, the military chief's expected meeting with Trump has raised questions about Islamabad's potential contribution to the Gaza stabilization force. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay engaged.